I think BigCommerce has been growing super quickly because of actually our fundamental business tenet, which is to put our customers first. So we're all about business outcomes, making it as easy as possible for our merchants to sell to their customers, bringing them new software, new features, but also keeping them safe and secure from hackers and all the bad people out there on the internet, as well as making sure that the site just works. It stays up and it can deal with Black Friday and it can deal with downtime with no problem at all. Also, we sit there with a kind of disruptive technology. Brent, our CEO, Clay Christensen was one of his lecturers and friends when he was at Harvard, and he literally wrote the book on disruptive technology. Disruptive technology is when you take something maybe from a small business background and enterprises start to realize they can use that technology to go out there and sell more ultimately in their markets as well. And I think those two things together have really combined for BigCommerce to grow as fast as it is. So we have quite a few agency partners, and I'm very pleased to see that Quba are on the roster with us now. Being a great partner for me is the give and take of being a partner. Working together to, again, make sure that our merchants get the right outcomes, ultimately, for their customers and for themselves. So partnerships work really well for me when we work with you, where we bring you guys leads. You make sure that you have a trained team that understand how to implement BigCommerce properly. And then again, when you find that we are the right solution for one of your customers, you come to us. It's all about that give and take, that regular working together, that regular cadence, and some core business values that are shared that I know we share with you guys. Yeah, I think there is a bit of a revolution in e-commerce right now. It's almost a kind of Web 3.0 or e-commerce 3 for me. I've been around doing e-commerce for 22 years. I started out in 1999. And then, actually, if you look at the big players in e-commerce back then, Tesco.com was live, you had eBay, Yahoo had their own stores. They were all bespoke builds, right? People went out and built their own website. Amazon's still a bespoke build. They've just become a huge technology company on the back of it. Then the packages came along, classic cycle of IT. You see that all the time. And people started coming out with packages that you would then go and buy the server, host it for that big peak day. And you had to go and get an agency to build it all for you. So it was easier than quicker than going down the route of building it all bespoke. But it still took quite a lot of time, it still took quite a lot of money, and you still had to maintain and host it. And where we are now is more of this software as a service angle, and that's the real disruption of where we are. If you look at this new revolution, it's where the hard stuff, the boring stuff that merchants don't really care about and don't really want to have to spend any money on, we do that. Our competitors in the SaaS space do that as well. But what it also means is that the merchant can concentrate on those business outcomes, get a best of breed stack together very, very quickly without having to worry too much about the cost and time it takes to do it. Yeah, so you often hear Shopify mentioned when you're talking about BigCommerce. Eddie and Mitch, our founders, they had the same vision ultimately. When they started BigCommerce 2009, it was all about democratizing e-commerce and making it easier for people to sell online, much like Toby and the guys at Shopify had. I think there are some fundamental differences, however. Shopify is a stack and it works for lots of people, so I'm not actually criticizing them for this, it just works for them. Have a very nice vertical stack for small businesses to get together, use their payments, use their POS, go down the route of staying with Shopify and working with them. That's great. Where we fundamentally differ is we have a different approach. We have a partnership approach to the way we work. So we don't have a POS, okay? We don't have our own payment system. What we say to our customers is you can go live just as quickly and easily on BigCommerce, but actually you can use the payment provider of choice, the POS of choice, the AI search of choice. You can remove a headless front, the front end entirely and put a headless front end instead if you want to. What we look to do is build best of breed partnerships with tech partners, with agency partners that give our customers the ability to have a best of breed site.